She did a lot of that. So, so is there a parallel between what she was trying to do in the 40s and what Alinsky was trying to do in the 60s and early 70s?
Yeah, well, he never admitted being a communist.
Yeah, he was not part of the party.
He never denied, though, that he was a socialist.
Right.
And
never denied it. Yeah.
And so you can see in the development of his life that, and we bring this out in the film, that shortly after he developed his very first project called Back of the Yards in Chicago, he got heavily involved with the meat packers union and chose for his liaison the head of the meat packers Chicago, who was a known communist and self-admitted communist and involved with their youth movement, really. And so he allies himself also with support for the Stalinist cause in the Spanish Civil War.
So Alinsky allied with... Okay,
so you have this...
Before you go there, so folks understand.
Yes.
The Spanish Civil War was fought in the 1930s. And the parties were... The communists, with Stalin's direction, were trying to take over Spain. The Nazis also sent leaders from the Wehrmacht, the German army, and airplanes to learn their techniques of dive bombing, etc. And they were on the side of the nationalists.
Exactly.
So this was the Civil War. And in fact, the church got slammed by both sides.
Both sides, yes.
There were many, many martyrs, tens of thousands of martyrs. Priests and nuns were murdered by both sides in the Civil War. And they were, both were socialists, but again, left and right, and both were against the church.
Yes, exactly.
So and Alinsky sided with the Stalinist part of the revolution, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, because that's a part of history people don't know.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's not
so much.
They read for whom the bell tolls, but they don't understand what the party was.
Yes,
and I think one of the reasons that Doug wanted this, because we live in a society which is cut off from history to a great extent, and yet history is constantly playing such a big part in our lives, and since we get most of our news from the media, we get it in short sound bites and things. The philosophy and theology have been kind of disregarded in the process of discerning what's going on in our communities and our family life, which is particularly under the attack right now.
And I think it's important to understand for folks about why we must be all the more Catholic. The Ku Klux Klan hates the Catholic Church. They hate us. And they've done all kinds of nasty things. But so also do the far left progressives hate the church.
Exactly.
And they're trying to undermine it.
Exactly.
And we need to see that we are neither the right or the left. We're Catholic. And we judge this, either political movement, by our Catholicism and our commitment to Jesus Christ, and not allow the right or the left to define us.